Hey there, this is Jason at the DVE store. Today I'm going to show you this little light. Now it doesn't look like much because it's so small, but I came across this as I was wandering the floor at NAB and was rather smitten with it, and I showed it to Guy, and he said, "Go get me one of those." And we've really had the same reaction from everybody here at the DVE store that's seen this in action. They all say, "Hey, I want one of those," because it's just so useful in so many ways. So I'm going to run through basically what it is, what it can do, and just some different ways that it can be really useful. So first of all, LED obviously, and it's got 3 levels of brightness. So 800 lumens at the most bright, and then it has a 1200 lumen flash. Probably, hopefully you're not prone to epileptic seizure because that probably was not good. If you were, I apologize. So the other cool thing about this is that it is actually waterproof to 30 feet. It was originally designed to be a companion to the GoPro camera, so it has a really wide spread. So it's meant to illuminate everything that your GoPro wide-angle lens is seeing. And I think it's, I'm sure, really cool for that, but I just see so many other uses as well. And I just thought today I would gather in a whole bunch of things around the studio here that that this light can actually be mounted on, and you can get an idea of different ways that you might be able to use this. So first of all, I want to show you that this is actually has some really strong magnets in the back of it. So for instance, my phone has a couple of these magic mount plates on the back. I actually have 2 stacked just because I was trying a couple of different things, but you can see that this light will mount really firmly to the back of that. So if I want to shoot some video in some place that's really dark and I don't want to suck up the battery on my phone, I can just use this. Really cool, and it holds on really well. I mean, you can see just how much force it takes to to take that off. It's like I said, very powerful magnet, so it's going to stick to anything that's steel. So this is the box that the Litra comes in. You can add this little dome diffuser, so that's cool. So it just softens everything up, and I can imagine that's might be what you want if you're aiming this at in somebody's face. Definitely want to soften that up. It also comes with this little silicone cage or sleeve, I don't know what you want to call it, but basically it just fits around this, gives it a protective bumper. It has a little USB charging port right back here. It comes with a little jumper cable, so you can charge it with any regular USB charger. This is in the box as well, and this is just a little GoPro accessory adapter. So essentially you would use either of these 1/4 20 mounting points, and you would attach this, and then you can go ahead and put this on to any GoPro accessory, as I said. And I just happen to have one here. This is obviously a head mount. So if you wanted to use this as a headlamp, you could attach it, although I've got it on the wrong mounting point for that to work. And then it could be adjusted up and down, aimed wherever you'd want it, and then of course you'd put this in to hold it all in. But so any GoPro accessory this is gonna work with. Litra does sell a bunch of different accessories that you can get to use with the light, but I actually just grabbed a bunch of things that I had here around the studio just to see what I could show you. So none of these are the actual accessories except for what comes in the box here. So if you have a basic baby pin to 1/4 20 adapter, you can use that and then mount this light onto any light stand that has a 5/8 baby pin. In this case, it's a clamp with a baby pin on it. Now you notice this is wobbling around a bit. So the 1/4 20 mounts in this thing are fairly shallow. So I found that you really need to, in some cases, add a little washer so that you can get a solid connection. This could clamp onto anything, and this can be adjusted to point anywhere. This could be a really handy little backlight for a run and gun shoot. You clip it up somewhere behind the talent to give them a little backlight, rim light. So that could be very cool. So here's just one of the basic Manfrotto tripod plates. Of course, I forgot to put the washer on there, but we put that on. We can clamp it down. And now we could use any tripod as a mounting point for this, or anything that you mount this receiving plate to could be used. I need to break my fingernails trying to get this thing out of there now. So as you can see, having these two mounting points on it makes it super versatile. Here's another one that I really like, and that is just putting it on a camera. I've got my trusty GH4 here. So now that I've got it mounted, I've just got this sweet little on-camera light, as you can see. Very nice. Lots of light. So pretty cool. Very, as I said, I keep saying, very versatile in how it can be used. I've just carried this thing around in my backpack, and I've used it while I'm camping, to attach to the car. Like, we got to the campsite at midnight, and rather than, keep the lights in my car on and keep the engine running, I just stuck this on the side of my car and gave us some light so we could set up the tent in the dark. If you're working on the engine or under the car or something, this is really handy because you can just stick it anywhere and see what you're doing. Oh, another accessory in the box is this little clip. They obviously just put a lot of thought into this little device, because there's just, again, so many ways that you can mount this. So this clip just, well, obviously it's steel because it attaches to it magnetically, but it clips right on, and then you've got this really strong steel clip that you can use to attach it to whatever, your eyelids. Yeah, don't try that at home. Let's see, here's one more thing I haven't shown you, and that is just a Manfrotto super clamp. Got a little stud in here. Attach it to any kind of pipe or light stand, tripod leg. Lots of options. And of course you can easily attach it to this Joby Gorilla Pod. Which in and of itself is extremely versatile. So a lot of really cool things you can do with this Litra torch. So we've got these on the website, the DVE store. Go check it out. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Have fun with it.